Now you have to remember this was 1978. Okay. For this one shoot, I made 10 grand. Do you have any idea what that's like for an 18-year-old to do this? Are you kidding me? The best time of my life. 10 grand.
Welcome to today's pod. That's the voice of my next guest, Julie Gordon, who I am very thankful for. She's a laugh. She was a model starting in the late 70s. She's going to talk about what it was like being an it girl in the New York City scene and dancing in the infamous nightclub Studio 54. I hope you enjoy the ride. She will be dropping some names. It's a juicy one. Oh, full disclosure, I am married to Julie Gordon's younger brother. All right, let's do this.
I just came from the dentist.
Did you have any Novocaine?
Just slight right down here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But go on, tell us about Meryl Streep.
No, she just wasn't super nice when I gave Oprah a hug. She was like, she turned into the character of The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh.
Did you ever see that movie?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, then you can't relate.
Let's start from the beginning. How did you even want to become a model?
That's a very good question, Lucy. I have no idea. I don't know if God put it in my heart to say, Julie, you need to do this, or I don't know. I just had this feeling that it was something that I wanted to do. My dad definitely didn't want me to do it. I'm one of 5 kids, second oldest. And my dad said, "You're going to college." And I said, "No, I'm not." And he said, "Well, what are you going to do?" And I said, "I'm going to do a modeling career." And he's like, "No, you're not. You're going to college." And he finally relented and said, "Okay, you know what? Fine, go ahead, do it." And it so happened that Sue Charney, God bless her soul, discovered me, brought me to New York City and to the Barbizon Hotel for Women. Oh my God, my tooth. Hold on. And said, "If you don't make it in 6 months, you're going to college." And I was an honor roll student. I had no interest whatsoever. I said, "Dad, people get old. You can always go back to school. You're only young for this amount of time."
What's the lady's name again who discovered you?
Sue Charney. I don't even know if she's still alive today. I'm not sure.
How did she discover you? I know didn't you enter like Miss Maryland or Miss Connecticut?
Something like that.
You don't
Yeah,
even remember.
it was a pageant.
Yeah.
You're asking me to go back, a gazillion years. Yeah, I was in a pageant and I won it. And then I had to move on to the next pageant because they make you say, if you win this pageant, you have to go on to the next. And I didn't want to go on to the next. I mean, who wants to wear a Miss Maryland teenager banner in a car dealership? I mean, that was not me. So
wait, you won it and then you had to do publicity?
I won it and then I made sure I wasn't going to win the second one.
What was the second one? Miss America?
It was a Miss American teenage pageant or something like that. But it turns out that one of my best friends, Stephanie, who recently passed away, God bless her soul, ended up being my roommate. She was Miss Virginia. I was Miss Maryland. My dad dropped me off at the Barbizon Hotel for Women with my mother. And they said, "Okay, you've got 6 months. If you don't make it in 6 months, that's it." And you know what my first job was?
What?
Hold on. Can I walk away from here for a second?
Yeah, you got to explain to the listeners what you're doing though, what you're showing.
Okay. Can you see this?
No, put your camera down a bit.
Oh, put my camera down a bit.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Young and gorgeous. You're still as gorgeous.
Okay, that was my first job. That was long and silky. Now you have to remember this was 1978. 78. Okay. For this one shoot, I made 10 grand.
Yes.
Do you have any idea what that's like for an 18-year-old to do this? Are you kidding me?
That would be amazing.
The
10
best time of my
grand.
life. 10 grand.
Your hair did look long and silky.
Well, you have good hairstylist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So you made 10 grand. How long did that shoot take?
a day, but I'm riding around in a dune buggy with a handsome dude. You have makeup artist, hairstylist. I can't even begin to tell you how much fun I had. This is the best time of my life. Oh, that's 1977. Yeah, 1977. See, it's right down in the corner right there.
Yeah. Oh,
Can
yeah,
you see that?
1977. How old were you?
I just turned 18.
Wow. 10 grand in your pocket.
Coming from making 50 cents an hour for babysitting, and it was a 20-year career.
20 years. Tell me some
Yeah.
other the first time I met you, Julie, I have to say I was like, "Oh, she looks familiar."
Oh.
And then I
Lucy,
think
you're too young.
you did an ad on a boat.
Noxzema.
That's it. I swear I saw that ad.
Yeah. I get that a lot, though. I get people still to this very day that come up to me and they go, I know you from someplace. And it's either from a soap opera or a commercial. They go, I know you. I've seen you before, but I never fess up to it.
So you've done soaps too?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
With Michael Knight on All My Children, Search for Tomorrow. What else did I do? I think Edge of Night. Oh God, Lucy, you're bringing me back to places I don't really remember.
That's okay. I'm gonna reel them out of you.
Oh, okay. So I didn't like doing soap operas,
Why not?
but I love doing commercials and I love doing films. Soap operas are so boring. The writing is horrible. You're in on a stage for 12 hours a day. Ugh, I hated it.
Was it a lot of sitting about and waiting?
Oh, yeah, all of it is. But there's some sitting around waiting that's fantastic, and there's some sitting around waiting that's boring as all get out.
So in a studio, that would be rather boring, but then maybe if you're hanging out on a beach doing an ad, that would be okay.
It was all great. Cast, crew, everybody. It was fantastic. If I could go back and redo a part of my life, that would be it.
What?
All of my modeling, all of
Yeah.
my acting, everything about it, I adored every second of it. And I just wish that I appreciated it as much as I appreciate thinking back on it. It was the best time of my life. And then it all went to shit. Oh, I'm
No,
not
you can
allowed to say that.
swear. It's
Oh,
perfectly fine to swear. That's
oh.
not even a swear word, is it? Shit.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. But it all went to pieces.
We'll get to
Um,
that. Let's not go to the pieces part.
oh,
Let's relive the glory days. Relive the glory days with me, Julie.
I traveled the world. I mean, there's probably not a place that most people haven't been that I've already been to. I just had a blast and getting paid for it, like thousands of dollars. It was just so much fun.
Tell tell me some experiences overseas you had. What were you advertising?
Wacol lingerie is the first thing that comes to my mind. I was sent to Tokyo for 3 months, lived in Shibuya-ku with an architectural family that took me in, compared to most girls that went to Tokyo and they're staying in hotels where literally they slide you in your bed like a coffin or like a mortuary kind of a thing. And I had this beautiful home, beautiful private quarters, call it a cottage, and just I had Mama and Papa San that totally took care of me the whole time while I was there. Couldn't speak a word of Japanese. They couldn't speak a word of English. I got really sick one day. I mean, the worst, I don't know what it was. Flu, something. And I don't know, Mama San came in and totally took care of me. Why is my battery running low?
Yeah, plug it
Hmm.
in.
Okay, there we go. Is that good? Yeah. So that was a great experience right there, was living in Japan. Although I got sick of it after 3 months. Everybody looks the same, everybody acts the same. I even asked my manager, I said, how do you describe each other? You can't say, oh, you've got black hair and slanty eyes and yellow skin. And how do you differentiate one another? And he said, oh, we describe each other by personalities. And that's how they describe one another. And everybody used to come up to me in Japan and want to pet me
Pet
because
your
I had
hair.
long blonde hair at the time. Now look at it, but long blonde hair at the time. And Japanese people would go crazy. They would just have to come up and touch me.
How did you feel about that?
Well, it was like, ew, you guys, what are you doing? But I don't know. I was like a animal in a zoo for them that they could pet.
And you were advertising lingerie?
Yes, walk hole.
How were the photo shoots? Did you ever feel uncomfortable?
No, until I knew that we got the shot, but the Japanese want to work you to death. So after, an 8-hour shoot, and I knew that they had more choices than that they could handle, I just went sayonara, hopped over the fence, got in a taxi, and went home.
Sounds like you're slyly leaving a party. So you felt listened to and comfortable speaking up.
Yeah, I think when you're young, you just blurt it out and you're done. Who cares? That's it. I knew the shot was done. Like I know when a shot is done.
You definitely don't mix your words. I actually admire that about you. Very straightforward, opinionated. Did you encounter any sexual harassment?
Oh, not one time. Never. No. I think depending on who you're with. I mean, I was with Eileen Ford. You don't get better than that. It was Eileen Ford, Wilhelmina, Johnny Casablanca with Elite. I mean, he was like, but you're with Eileen Ford, you're protected. If she ever heard of one incident with a photographer or a casting director, whatever, if they went across the line, that was it. They were ousted and they knew it. So you don't call in a Ford girl to be exploited or never, not one time, never in 20 years.
Good. So you never actually felt like a commodity?
Never. This is going to be a boring topic because it was the best time of my life. I mean, I never felt horrible about what I did. Nothing. It was, if I could go back in time, I would do it all over again, exactly the same way and have a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I would have saved more money.
Yeah.
You just think it's going to go on and on and on and on. But I do remember a model in the makeup room at Pringle and Booth saying, you better save your money because one day this is all going to be over. And I looked at her like she had 3 heads. What are you talking about? You're young, you don't think that way. But I wish I had. I wish I had.
Who was the first person that told you you were beautiful?
God, Lucy, you know what? I don't know. I think it was more of I think it was I never, you know what? I don't know. If you ask Brenda that, my sister, she says, "Oh, Julie, everybody told you were beautiful." I don't remember any of that because look, you look at me, there is no way. I mean, take a look at Catherine Deneuve, or take a look at Christy Brinkley. Talk about all American beauty. I think I was just the girl next door. I don't know. I don't recall anybody telling me, "Oh, you're so beautiful," or never. I don't recall that at all. My dad never did. My mom never did. I don't. I don't know. I don't recall that. I don't even think I thought of myself that way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You just saw it as a well-paying job.
I don't know. I just thought I didn't even know that. Who knew that my agent was going to negotiate 10 grand for a Clairol ad? What? Really? I was naive. I think that's part of it. I think that's part of the beauty of being young and going into this field and not being intimidated or just wonderment. I think that's the best way I can describe it, was going into this whole business with wonderment and fascination and eyes wide open. That was the best part.
Were you part of the Nair ad too with the legs in the air?
Who wears short shorts? We wear short shorts. If you're an air girl, you wear short shorts. Oh my God. Yeah. I had to do 2 shoots with them, one on roller skates, which was a total fiasco. And then I had to do another one where they had to make these special high heels for us. They were like 5-inch high heels. It was like crazy, but I had a blast doing it.
Any other memorable ads that you
All of
did?
them.
All of them.
Yeah.
Tell me some more.
Breck shampoo, CoverGirl, Noxzema, Pringle and Booth catalog shoots, Simplicity. And Mama used to love it when a new pattern would come out because I'd be on the cover of Simplicity, Butterick. Most people don't even know what those are, but Mama did. She knew what they all were.
She's a pro seamstress.
Oh my God.
For the listeners, that yeah, it's pattern making for clothes, right?
Yeah. I mean, she was unbelievable. I messed up my phone. I would love to show you the Nair Nair ad. And it was with Cassandra, and we were laughing our tails off. It was just too funny. We had what, 5, 7 girls on set on roller skates. It was like, you got to be kidding me. We're lucky we didn't break a bone.
Where were you in New York somewhere?
Most of my shoots were in New York City. Yeah, on stage. Yeah, they don't do it the way that they used to. You'd walk into a studio, the music would be blaring, the makeup artists, the wardrobe people, the photographer, and you just had such a wonderful, it was just, I don't know, at that moment, it was just became a quick family and everybody bonded together. And like, if anybody came in or wasn't part of the shoot, you'd get like killed. It was just that much bondage. I don't know. Spencer, I think, would probably remember some of those shoots. So, but yeah, it was great.
I want to know some sort of inside beauty treatments or tricks that actually work. Do you have any from the industry point of view?
Yeah, totally. If you want instant beauty, mascara, lip balm, I don't even care what kind, lip balm, any kind of moisturizer, who cares? And keep your nails clean and simple. That's it. And that's instant. If you have like problems with your skin, lay off whatever you're doing with your skin. Stop it completely. The best thing you can do at nighttime is do not go to sleep with anything on your face. Nothing. No moisturizer, nothing. If you have problems with your skin, and I'm trying to remember her name. She was the best facialist. And she said, cut out the goop. And I've done that to this very day. Oh, and also Do not use deodorant.
Why?
Deodorant makes you stink and holds bacteria. Use like a patchouli oil or a rose oil or whatever oil smells good to you. I've never had BO since Nancy Baldwin, that was her name, told me that. And I said, "What do you mean you don't wear deodorant?" She said, "No, I don't wear deodorant." I go, "Well, what do you do?" She goes, "I use like she used musk oil, any type of an oil." And she goes, "I always smell like that." And I thought, "Oh, all right, I'll try that." And for some reason, I picked up patchouli. I don't know why. Maybe it goes well with my Paloma Picasso perfume, which I love.
Yeah, I feel like some people just don't get BO.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know plenty.
I'm really stinky.
You are?
I can be.
That's bacteria.
Really?
Hmm.
I use that crystal thing.
Oh, you do? The
Yeah.
salt thing?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if it works.
Well, not if you're getting BO. I mean, try what I do. Just try it.
Some oils, some
Yeah,
essential
just
oils.
do whatever oil like fits your fancy. It could be rose oil, musk oil, patchouli, sandalwood. I mean, there's so many different oils.
I do like the musky scents. I'm not a fan of patchouli though. That's some hippie shit, Julie.
I love it. But you got to remember, I was 1977, but hippies were in the 60s, weren't they?
Yeah, originally.
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
turn of phrase now, isn't it? Hippie.
I don't know if I was really a hippie, but no, I think I was, the Volkswagen Beetle kind of a girl with those V-neck, long sleeved, whatever you call those tops in those days. I don't know, with the long hair, listening to Yes. Do you know who Yes was?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a music head. Yes, they're in a league of their own. Probably 15 to 20 members over the years. I mean, psychedelic rock, pop,
Oh,
jazz,
okay.
classical, it's all in there.
Maybe I need more glamorous glasses like you,
Yeah,
Lucy.
go on.
Are
Give us your
these better?
those are pretty cool.
Yeah, I love yours. They're fabulous.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're lovely.
My daughter found them for me.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
Good for
She
her.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they're great.
Thanks, Julie.
Yeah.
Um, so Oprah gives good hugs. Are there any other celebrities you've encountered that are quite
Ernest Borgnine and his wife, Novia. I think her name was Novia. Novia? Yeah. Ernest Borgnine was a fantastic actor to work with. I just loved every moment with him. He was fun, playful, just a good down home kind of guy.
yeah. Say his name again for the younger listeners.
Yeah, Ernest Borgnine. Younger listeners aren't going to know who he is, I don't think. McHale's Navy, he was in that. He was a character actor. Really good. Loved him.
Yeah. Good
Hmm.
guy. Anyone else? Solid people.
Mm. I had Sylvester Stallone once try to pick me up. Kevin Costner tried to pick me up, and they were
No, not interested. Kevin Costner seems like quite a gentleman.
not as far as I was concerned.
Sylvester Stallone, you didn't like all those muscles, Julie?
Oh, he came in with this camel hair coat draped over him and had his entourage behind him and gagged me. And this was at Studio 54. Studio 54 was the it place. So if you couldn't get into Studio 54, you were not the it person. Yeah,
Was
no.
that before? That was probably before he filmed Rocky. Oh,
Oh,
after, probably.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Good
Yeah.
question.
Well, who cares? Let's talk about Studio 54.
Studio 54 was a blast. Lucy, I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, it was just
Try.
10 o'clock p.m. is when you're going out. You go out at 10 p.m. If I had to do that today, forget it. I mean, I'm in bed by 10 p.m. Easy. But you're getting up, you're getting dressed, you've had a long day shoot, you just came off of a plane from God knows where, and bam, the girls say, okay, we're going to Studio 54. We'll see you there. Okay, the rope opens up, and bam, there's a whole new world inside. You get home at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, you go to sleep for a couple of hours, you wake up, and you're on the set the next day at 7, 8 a.m. And that's it. That was my life.
Yeah.
Yep.
What years? Studio 54. What years?
If I recall, 1978 to 1986, I
Nice.
think.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they knew you and
Oh,
you could
yeah.
just walk in.
Walked in.
You gorgeous ladies just walked
All
right
the
in.
people behind the rope and didn't even give them a second thought, just marched myself right in.
Who are the
And
owners of that? Didn't they get done for
Rubin,
taxation?
Steve Rubin, and what's his face? I just remember Rubin, because he would always hang out in the VIP box. Yeah, I don't remember the other guy.
Tell me some of the things.
Rubel.
Who?
Was it Steve Rubin or Steven Rubel? Okay, it was one of the two. I
Yeah.
can't remember. I don't know.
Okay. Let's have a look. Ian Schrager. Yes. And who did you say? Yes, Steve Rubel. You got it right. Rubel. Steve Rubel and Ian Schrager.
That's what happens when you get old. You don't remember.
So
Maybe that's a good thing. I'm not sure.
so who would be there? The
Oh,
it people.
name somebody in your age group. Go ahead, and I'll
Oh,
say yay or
my
nay.
age group.
Yep.
You ever
Go
see
ahead.
Prince there?
Nope.
Um,
Purple Rain. I liked
Purple.
him,
Yeah.
but no, never saw him.
Um, Eddie Murphy.
Oh God, yes. Yeah. He was like a staple. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Who else?
He was with the like Saturday Night Live, like
Yeah.
people
Some
go there all
people
the
are going
time.
to be like routine for me. Like the second you said Eddie Murphy, you might as well just put up a lamp in the corner. You know, you don't think of those things because you just know that they're going to be there. Yeah. I mean, was I ever starstruck at Studio 54? Was I ever starstruck? No.
I think that's just the kind of person you are, though, right? We're all just humans trying to get through this thing called life, right?
I guess I don't know, but when I was hugged by Oprah Winfrey, I was starstruck.
Yeah,
I think that's the first time in my life I've ever been starstruck. The best hugger in my life.
because she's real. She's a real, genuine
I
person.
just thought she was very real, very genuine, just a down home kind of a woman. No nonsense. That's how I felt about her.
Yeah.
Like I thought she could be my best friend. And that was it. It was one encounter, one moment, and it was great.
You ever meet John Belushi?
John Belushi. Yeah, I did. And it was a great time. And unfortunately, he passed away uh, after I met him. But he was a cool cat, very shy. Yeah, but a cool cat. Like them.
What were the drugs of choice back then?
Well, back then, I mean, I knew a lot of people that smoked pot. That wasn't for me. I'm not, to this very day, I don't like it. Quaaludes, awesome. Awesome. You take a half a lude. I think they were called lemon 714s back then. I think that was it. And Gary Groff would give you a lewd and you'd break it in half, have a half a lewd, a glass of wine, and that was it. That was your night. And then you just drank water the rest of the night. No hangovers. It was the best. Yeah, it was really good. Tried cocaine. Too jittery for me. And I knew a lot of people that did magic mushrooms, I think they're called magic mushrooms or something like that. Never got into it. I think the only thing I've ever tried was pot, cocaine, quaaludes, uh, and that's it for
Yeah.
me. Yeah. And it didn't last long, especially with the cocaine. Because I remember coming out of Studio 54, I'll never forget this. Coming out of Studio 54, I walked into the studio where I had to shoot at, I think it was Pringle and Booth or something like that. And a big wardrobe mirror on rollers, you know what those are?
Yeah.
Big wardrobe mirrors went past me, and I looked into the mirror and I looked at myself and I went, holy shit, you look like crap. And that, thank God for makeup artists. That's all I can tell you. And I looked at myself and I said, you know what? I'm done with Gary Groff and I'm done with drugs. And that was the end of it. Never touched another drug in my life. No, I was done. That was it.
Good night's sleep is probably good beauty treatment.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hydrate yourself. Don't do drugs. Get some sleep.
Well, yeah. But that's not in everybody's program.
No. I wonder what's in a Quaalude.
It's a horse tranquilizer.
Did you feel sleepy on it?
No, you just felt like, I don't know, what did you feel like? Just like, ah, everything is okay. Like you could come up and spit on me and I'd be like, that's all right. You just think, oh, no big deal. Yeah. Your makeup's a little off.
Did you
Pardon me?
dance? Did you dance much? Did you have energy?
Yeah. There's no way you cannot dance in Studio 54. I mean, come on. If you're not dancing, something's really wrong with you. Either you haven't had enough Quaalude or whatever your choice is. It's impossible. It was impossible. The energy was so overwhelming and so much fun that you absorbed everything.
Yeah.
I think that's a great thing about being young. You just absorb, and it all depends on what you choose to absorb. It's either good energy or bad energy. All mine was good.
I love that. I love that you had a great time modeling. Seems like they really took care of you, care of their clients.
Not a care in the world.
Yeah, it
Not
wasn't
a care in the world.
wasn't
And even my
shady.
long hair, as long as you saw it in that long and silky ad, and even getting caught in a bus where the bus doors close and my hair is caught in the bus door and they're dragging me down the street and, you know, grab me and stop the bus, stop the bus. And, it was just, everything was great. It was the best time of my life. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
It was
Was that
great.
for an ad? Was that on purpose that your hair got?
No, I was getting off the bus and I went to turn around and the bus doors closed and the bottom half of my hair got caught in a bus and was dragging me down Fifth Avenue. And all the people were pounding on the window and people on the street were trying to catch me. And, that was another great thing about New York City. When something happens, like you live in New York City, everybody is always looking down at the ground. They're watching their feet, they're looking at the sidewalk. But boy, the second something happens, it's amazing how New Yorkers can come together and just be right there for you.
I had a similar experience I was on the subway and the little gap, mind the gap, they tell you in London Underground. They should probably do it in New York. But this kid's foot got stuck in the little gap between the subway and the
The
platform.
tube and the rails?
Yeah. And
Oh,
he's like, oh, get my foot out. And everyone out of that subway car got out, myself included, and we just started like rocking the
Wedge
subway.
him out.
Yeah, and he got out, and then no one talked to each other. Everyone just got back in, doors closed,
Exactly.
away we
Exactly.
went.
Like life marches on, right?
Yeah.
Like no big deal. This happens every day. Yeah, that's New York City.
Do you miss New York?
Do I miss it?
Yeah, New York.
No,
No,
done.
that was a time in your life that is now over.
I think New York City right now is a total dump. I think once Giuliani and Bloomberg weren't mayors anymore, it went to crap.
Did you ever meet Trump?
Yes.
Tell me about meeting the Donald.
I met him. First time I met him was in an elevator, and he was like, "You can't get on the elevator." And I looked at him like, "Why not?" It was like in one of his buildings. He goes, "You can't get in the elevator." I said, "Who said?" He said, "I said." And I said, "Well, who are you?" He goes, "I'm Donald Trump." I go, "That means nothing to me." And I got in the elevator and I hit the close button. And then I rode up in the elevator with him and I said, "Have a good day." And he got out and that was it. And then I met him again at another time. And I said, "Hey, don't get in my elevator." He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Don't get in my elevator." And it, he thought nothing of it. And then he comes around at my dinner table like hours later at this black tie thing. And he goes, "Oh, you're the elevator girl." I go, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "I told you not to get in my elevator." And I said, "No, I told you not to get in my elevator." We went on back and forth like that. And then he just looked at me and kind of walked away. Oh, God. I mean, ugh. Could I ever be like his girlfriend? Or he wouldn't want me as his girlfriend, number one, because he needs a lot of ass licking. He's just that type of guy. Where for me, ugh, nah.
Didn't you have a friend who dated him?
Marla Maples. Yeah. Yep. That was a whole scandal. Marla Maples. And if you read Tom Fitzsimmons' book, oh my gosh, I can't remember the title of it. But Tom Fitzsimmons, who was a friend of mine back in the day, we used to model together. We did bridesmaids, um, getting married, modern bride. We've been married probably 15 times. I don't recall. On the cover of Brides magazine. And Marla Maples was a piece of work. I mean, who goes around in their home naked with their mom and dad around?
That's what Marla did?
Yeah, like you're in your late 20s. Would you ever do something like that?
No.
Walk in front of your dad, like being totally naked and going to grab a beer or something out of the fridge?
She was very comfortable in her skin. A nudist, perhaps.
To me, that's kind of weird. But that was Marla.
Did she ever do any like nude photography and stuff?
I have no idea. Oh no. I don't know. I think she had a rinky dink, like she was Marla Maples, but I don't think she was kind of like all of us, Jane Modine, Jane Cullen, Julie Gordon, Barbara Bingham. We never had major careers, but it was like enough to be like awesome. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We weren't like the Christy Brinkleys, the Beverly Johnsons, the Cindy Crawfords. We weren't that. We were our own clan, and we were the it girls as far as we were concerned.
So supermodel is another.
Whole nother realm.
Right.
Whole nother realm. And in my day, there weren't such things. They never really called them supermodels until much later on with Christy Turlington. Um, you know, it never became like the term. of supermodels.
How tall are you?
Well, I've shrunk. I used to be 5'7". I think I'm 5'6" now. Yeah. I think I'm shrunk an inch for sure with broken bones and yeah,
How's how's getting older for you?
sucks. I don't care what anybody says, it sucks. You think more, you overthink. You have definitely physical ailments, God knows. I mean, I've broken 3 bones. So, yeah, it's horrible. Not something you recover from gracefully. I can't move the way I used to on a tennis court. I just don't. My brain is there, but my body's not there. I think getting old stinks. Whoever coined phrase the golden years, as far as I'm concerned, should be shot in the knees.
Oh, oh my God. Going back to Marla Maples. Did she marry Trump? Was that Trump's first
Yeah,
wife?
for a very brief time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were married, fought like cats and dogs. Hard to be around them.
Yeah. You'd go out with them?
Yeah. And I would leave shortly after. Yeah. Boring. Nothing to talk about. Boring. Boring. And all they did was fight.
What was Trump doing at the time? He had buildings.
Yeah. He was a real estate mogul. I mean, he was like the it guy in real estate.
Who would have thought he'd be president?
He did. He always said that.
Oh, really?
I remember that from way back. He said, "You just wait, I'm going to be president." And I had no doubt in my mind that he would be. I mean, he was adamant about that. Adamant. Didn't surprise me one iota.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You also did movies. Let's talk about some movies you were in.
Ugh, Lucy, they're so boring.
You didn't really you liked the job, but you didn't think the movie itself was
No,
good.
I felt like the movies were um possibly stepping stones to new places to go.
Yeah.
It was experience. It was great. Would I trade them in for anything? No. I had an absolute blast. But then then I got married in 1985 to Peter, and Peter hated my business, hated it with a passion. Couldn't stand, if we be out for dinner, somebody recognized me from something, a commercial, a soap opera, blah, 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 blah. And I kind of gave up on my career because of him. That was a mistake. Never do that. Ever, 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 ever. I would tell that to any young woman. Never give up on your dream for anybody or anything, period. That would be my biggest piece of advice as far as you live your life. And if somebody can't accept it, go along with it, they're out. You don't put yourself out.
That's good advice. Why do you think Peter wasn't supportive?
Oh my God, because of the attention. If the attention wasn't all about him, then forget it.
How did you meet him?
I met him in a restaurant, Jim McMullen's, where my Rat Pack had the round table in the center. And Jim McMullen, I used to model with him. We'd been married 20 times on the cover of Brides magazine or whatever. Great guy. Eventually got out of the business. I believe he married a physician, started up the restaurant, Jim McMullen's, and it was the it model place. And he was sitting there with Billy Ford. And that particular night, whenever the girls, all of us would get together for one night. Okay. Didn't matter where you were in the world, you had to fly in for this night. And that night happened to be hooker night. So we would all get our own best makeup artists, our own hairstylists that we've worked with for years. So I came in, my hair was ginormous, Lucy. I can't even tell you how big my hair was. And I come in black leather, black fishnets, thigh high boots. One girl came in as a geisha girl, and Barbara Bingham came in as a geisha girl. And all of a sudden I'm sitting there and everybody is laughing their asses off. They had taken these butter slabs and were flinging them in my hair, which I didn't know were landing in my hair because it was so big. So I have all these butter slabs in my hair, and I see this guy sitting with Billy Ford, and I walk over to him and I sat down and I went, "Hi." And he's looking at me like, "You are a freaking weirdo." Like, I've got butter slabs in my hair, blah, blah, blah. And I said, "Billy, who is this guy?" And he goes, "Oh, that's Peter, blah, blah, blah." And I said, "Oh, it's really nice to meet you." And that was kind of it. And then I guess he got my number through Billy Ford and called me up the following Wednesday to go out. And I said, "No, I can't. I just got home from skiing and I have a shoot the next day." And he said, "Okay, what about a couple of days from now, whatever." And then we were inseparable. Outside of my two girls, it was the worst mistake I ever made. He was a good sperm donor, let's put it that way. And I guess I was a good incubator for him. And I don't recommend getting divorced. Work it out.
Work it out. You think you and Peter should have worked it out?
Absolutely. The grass is not greener on the other side. It just isn't. You got together for a reason, you stay together for a reason. I think now looking back, I would have handled things a lot differently, but after 12 years of couples therapy, I couldn't take it anymore. Now, whether Peter and I could have been workable, I don't know. I mean, I don't believe in being with somebody that abuses you. Peter was emotionally abusive. He was, you know, and he even told the therapist, "Oh, I take great pleasure in making Julie feel bad." What? Who says that?
That's horrible.
And how did I end up with somebody like that? My parents were never abusive towards one another. I think I come from a good, solid family. Yeah, there were problems. Who doesn't?
Life.
Yeah.
We've got 7 minutes left. I ask all my guests the same question. Music. What music moves you? What's on your playlist?
I have a range. I love, first that comes to my mind is Barbra Streisand. I just think she is one of the best singers, best voices I've ever heard in my life. Adore her. Cat Stevens, second. I love James Taylor. I hate rap. I hate rap. But who is that guy? Is Justin Timberlake a rapper?
No, he's more of a pop artist.
No, I know. Wait, wait, wait. The white guy.
Eminem?
Eminem. That's it. I kind of like he's low on the totem pole, but I kind of like what he says only because I can most rappers, I don't even know what they're saying. They're like, blah, 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 blah. But at least I can understand some of his words. And so I like that. Anybody that I can't understand what they're singing, I don't like.
Yeah.
I like Adam Levine too. I think he has an interesting voice. Do any of these people mean anything to you, Lucy?
Yeah, I know them all.
Oh,
Not
okay.
personally, but yeah.
Okay. How old are you?
50.
Oh, you're a half a century.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Do you ever remember dancing to a certain tune at Studio 54 and just like,
YMCA.
Oh yeah.
YMCA. Oh my God. Too much. Too much to that. And everybody had their own versions. You know, you'd get the models coming up doing YMCA, you'd get the actors coming up, you get the football players coming up, the soccer play. Everybody had their own version of YMCA, and it was hysterical. You could watch it all night long because everybody had their own thing to do it to. It was a blast.
I love it.
It was hysterical. So yeah, that's the biggest song I remember. Hated the song, but loved what everybody did with it. Hated that song.
Creates like a solid timeline of where you were, you
Oh,
know?
absolutely. YMCA, here we come.
Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate you talking with me today.
Oh, Lucy, it was kind of you to even think of me to do it. So, all right. Well,
Thank you, love.
kisses.
Mwah.
You look lovely.
Oh, thanks.
You should have been a flapper girl, I think.
I know I was born in the wrong era.
No, I think you're just coming from another life. That's all. But then the Bible doesn't agree with reincarnation, so I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I could have been a mobster's wife, 1920s, running the booze.
You know what? Absolutely. Prohibition, you're the girl bringing in the barrels of whiskey.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I could even lift one of those up.
I
Oh.
believe, I believe it. Oh my God.
Thank you, Julie.
All right, darling.
All
We'll
right.
see you soon,
See
okay?
ya.